Hi friends, and welcome to the big reveal of the bedroom. So this is our master bedroom, and it's been months and months of just doing little and often, and also just like trying to update it whilst working full-time, whilst having a 4-year-old, a dog that needs daily walks, you know. Before I go on though, if you are new to the channel, I'm Alina Ghost and I do daily mum shorts as well as 2 long form videos a week for you guys, and I share our project house renovations. We've got a big one coming up next year, which is our extension, so more on that later, but I am hoping to project manage it myself, which is going to be a big job. But basically we've already done the bathroom, we've done loads of DIYs of every single room in this house so far, apart from the dining room and kitchen because of the extension. But basically this is the final room which we are to get done, and that means we're pretty much there and dusted, and I can't wait to give you a tour. But first I'm going to show you the stuff that I've been doing. So from repainting to doing the wardrobe shutter doors, and also the paneling on the back wall, which I am so happy with. But basically I'm going to leave you here whilst you watch the hard work that's gone into this, and then basically I'll come back and join you to show you a tour of this bedroom.
Sing and
guys, I was not exaggerating when I said that it took days and days and months to actually work this out. And basically, you will see that my son helped me along. It was fun. He got involved with sanding, with painting, and he very much enjoys DIY as much as I do. Probably I had to do it in secret without him a few times as well, so that to make sure that like the paint doesn't go everywhere and things like that. But basically got there in the end. And as you can see, like we had to do the sanding down, the priming, then the painting of the shutter doors. I had to do the door knobs beforehand to make sure that the sizing was all right. And basically the primer. So let's talk about the primer that I'm using right now for the panels as well. It was the cheapest one on there, and I sort of regret getting it. However, it does dry really well. When you put it on, it just looks like basically you're just putting on coloured water onto like the wall or the wood. However, when it dries, it actually looks like white paint. So it does do the trick, but when you're actually doing it, it's not very satisfying. So I do think that I won't be buying the cheap primer anymore. Anything that I got, like materials wise, is actually from B&Q. I do want to start using more local shops and stores as much as possible, like going forwards. However, B&Q just have everything. I'm not very happy with their service in stores, but I think that's for another video. But yeah, basically, as you can see, it took loads and loads of work for the paneling. I was very lucky that my dad-in-law helped me with the panels, but he actually, like, I had to measure up first and then tell him what measurements I need, which I found quite tricky. I actually left some papers, blue tack to the top so that I knew where to put the panels afterwards. So that actually took a few weeks as well. So yeah, basically everything's got a lead time. You just need to work in advance. You've got to be organized. You've got to sort out like your measurements. And actually I would give you a tip and say that your planning is probably more important than you actually doing. So you need to organize yourself, you need to plan, you need to make sure that it's all measured and you've got all the tools that you need in order to get the stuff done. So in terms of the glossy paint that I'm doing at the moment, I always do this very meticulously and quite specifically, like with detail. And the reason I do that is because it's not very forgiving paint, so it needs to basically be put on very carefully, or it leaves like droplet marks, and if it does go on the wall, it's very hard to get off. So yeah, basically be very careful when you're doing the skirting boards and things like that. Something you don't see in this video is that I do exactly that. I did paint the skirting boards. I also painted the other walls as well, not just the panel wall. Everything needed to be done. Everything. So for even my husband painted the ceiling as well, again for us, just in case, just so that we don't have to go back to it in a few years' time. So essentially everything had to be done before the floor came up. And when the floor did come up, oh my goodness, was there a lot of dust. And oh my goodness, was I happy to get rid of this dirty, disgusting flooring. But yeah, basically, I'm just so glad that it's done. It was a lot of hard work. And it's not the end yet. You'll see my husband putting down the flooring as well. And it was manic. We had to, a couple of nights, actually sleep in my son's bottom bunk bed. Luckily, he's got like a double bed down there. So we did move out of our bedroom for a couple of nights just because of the paint smell and also like the dust, and the flooring couldn't be touched, or like the underlay of the flooring couldn't be walked on or anything. So yes, chaotic to say the least. However, all very much worth it. So I'll stop rambling. I'll leave you guys with some nice music, and then I'll show you a whole tour of this bedroom.
Yeah. Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt. good run. Don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it up, we had its time to say bye, baby, bye.
So the first dramatic change is this flooring, and I could not be happier. I'm just so glad, firstly, that the colours go really nicely with my son's room, but it's a much better quality flooring. So something that we found out with this one, which is a stick-on vinyl flooring, if I'm correct, it's actually falling apart already, and it's only been a year, and I'm not very happy with it if it is peeling back. So basically I asked my husband if he could actually choose a better quality laminate this time, and yes, it was a little bit harder to actually install. However, I'm much happier with the quality of it, and I'm hoping that it'll last longer than a year for sure. As you can now see, so basically I'm going to walk in and do like a panoramic shot and then come back to show you some of the detail of it. But basically I did some paneling on the back walls, which was absolutely fantastic. Obviously it took some motivation to actually get it done. However, I did get help from my father-in-law, so my dad-in-law, who actually cut the strips for me. He's got loads of like wood machinery to be able to do that quite quickly, and he's really enjoying that kind of stuff like me, like DIYing and stuff. But basically I added a couple of rugs, one on this side, one on the other side. Both are from Dunelm, I believe, and basically it's very hard to find extra small rugs. You'd be very surprised. So basically, although it's not particularly matchy, I was hoping for more of like a green colour match, or like at least like a sage green or something, but I went with the blue in the end because it was so hard to find a decent rug. But basically I've modernised it a little bit with basically the paneling. The flooring has changed. The carpet before this was disgusting, and she had it for years, like the previous owner. This I've actually upcycled not long ago, about a year ago. Somebody was giving this away, so I picked that up for about 20 quid. And I sanded it down and varnished it, so it's looking nice and good, and basically just a really good quality wood. And I bought a couple of cushions to match my curtains. I couldn't decide whether to have curtains or blinds, but in the end I decided on curtains because in the winter it'll help, because the windows need replacing basically, because they're not up to standard, but we can't afford it just yet because we're saving up for the extension, so that can wait. It's not urgent or anything. This cushion I actually have from Amara. It's like a luxury interiors brand. I used to work for them, so I got that in a sample sale. I've got a couple of like stuffed toys, and I'm actually hoping to like change it up a bit and see whether I can add some new ones, just because it can't be all too serious, can it? I certainly don't want it to be. You can see the dog's bed over here, so it's a must. But let me walk you through these shutters. They actually took months and months of work, and obviously layers and layers of doing stuff, from, you would have seen, from sanding it down to priming it, then painting it, trying to open it because it's magnetic, so that's quite lucky. I changed these first, I think, so it took some time to actually make holes here. My dad-in-law helped me again with what I needed to do for that, so that is now nice, and I've actually added that to other sections of the built-in wardrobe. We don't want to change those just yet. Inside it might need like some updating, because it's warped and stuff, but apart from that it does the trick. Down here what I want to do is add some more organizers. I don't know whether I'm going to custom make it, maybe use some wood that I've got in the garage already. I'll probably ask my dad-in-law for some advice here. I don't think I want a seat here because I never sit down, but I do my hair and makeup here. So basically I'd like to hide this so that it's not as, like, you know, obvious and in your face. I don't like visual clutter. So the idea basically is to make sure that this goes somewhere and that it has organizers, and I think down here is the perfect place for it. I also might replace the lights up here, never been used, but there is a plug down here to go to that light, so I might just replace it and make some mood lighting if I have the time, which I never do. But yeah, basically just wanted to update this bedroom and I'm super happy with it already. Just edging needs to be done, plus the organisers, but apart from that I think we're there or thereabouts with this bedroom. But any other suggestions, I'd be happy to hear them. Maybe I will have some motivation and get those bits or extra bits done. Maybe even do something to this mirror, maybe modernise it a little bit by giving it a frame or something similar. But yeah, apart from that, so happy with the hard work that's gone into this room. And just so glad. I think the last thing to mention is probably my husband's bedside unit. I just want to get him something new. It doesn't have to match mine, but I definitely want something that helps like his technology. Maybe something a little bit wider or bigger, or just different organisers. Ultimately, I do feel like he's always got just technology plugged in, doing something, you know, like hanging that, like I could possibly make a hook for him or something. You know, just like a space that works a lot harder for him. So any suggestions very much welcome. Apart from that, this room has transformed and I cannot be happier. The next step for this house that I have is working ahead in time for the extension. So we want to organise the garage to make sure that there's enough space for the workmen to actually bring their machinery and, you know, the car that needs to dig up and stuff to go through the garage. I also want to sort out the dishwasher and the washing machine to see whether we can plumb that into the garage. I know it's probably a no, but I want to check it out and to make sure whether we are able to still use our, you know, electrical goods whilst the extension is happening, because that will make a world of a difference. The other thing that I want to do is basically to sand down our flooring. We were quite lucky with our wooden flooring that we found underneath the ugly carpet and we actually kept it, but I do want to just freshen it up a bit, varnish it again, give it a lighter like varnish colour perhaps. And then basically the dining room needs a little bit of updating, especially the back rooms that we are keeping. The walls that we're not keeping, I'm not gonna like touch, but I'm super excited to be actually updating the bits that we will be keeping and basically work ahead. So that is our project house, and I can't also wait to give you a house tour again. I've not given you a house tour since we've got our bathroom done, our family bathroom, although you can see that separately, so I'll leave a link down below. But I can't wait to do like a whole house tour again because the porch has changed. You would have seen that in a separate video. I haven't shown you the office change though. And the biggest reason for that is that my husband did most of the work. So obviously he didn't pick up the camera, but it looks great and I can't wait to show you. So that's coming up as well. Thanks so much for sticking around and I can't wait to show you more of our project house.